This is Jim Nailon, liturgical guitarist. I'm going to share my arrangement of the hymn Ubi Caritas by Bob Hurd. I'll play through it first and then we'll go back and we'll talk about it. It's a beautiful communion hymn, and sometimes after communion you have the opportunity to go into it instrumentally, or it also just makes a nice prelude. Excuse me. So, starts in D. Now, so first part's pretty straightforward. D, the E minor, and then A sus4, and then A. Now in the third measure you got a B minor, but you're not barring it. You're playing it because you need the open E string. So but you need all four fingers down on the B minor. And then this B minor over A is interesting. So you're going to open A string, keep the third finger down on the fourth fret of the fourth string, and then you're going to bar a half bar. So basically you just need to bar the second and third strings on the second fret. And then you're going to do a double hammer-on with your second and fourth fingers, believe it or not. And that'll take some work if you haven't done anything like that before. It took me some work to get that down. But you can see what I'm doing there. These two fingers are going down at the same time. I pluck the notes. If you can't hammer on, you can play it. And then you keep the... Now when you position that half bar on the B minor, make sure your finger's not touching the fourth string. Your first finger's not touching the fourth string because you're going to need to play that open. And then you keep the bar down, bring your second finger over, or third finger, I guess, to the third fret of the sixth string. Play the first and second finger, or first and second string there, sorry. The second and third string, you're still barred. Open D, that's why you got to make sure that you're not touching, because you have to play that open D, the fourth string. And then lift off the bar. you have a D, the A bass, and then you grab the F sharp bass. Now let's see, I think you can do that without using the thumb. I do it with the thumb, but you could do, yeah, so you could do, play the D with say your second finger, where I have the first finger, second finger on the second fret of the third string, little finger on the third fret of the second string. And that allows you to bring your first finger over to get the F sharp. And then you're going to lift off your little finger and lay in your third finger there on the second fret of the second fret of the second string. So it would look like this. And then you go to the G and just slide up on your third finger to the third fret of the second string and bring your second finger over for the bass note on that G. That allows you to use your little finger, and then lift off the third finger to get the open B note. So that's measure 6, the second measure in the second line. Lift off that finger to open, and then you repeat that passage again. And then you're off to the measure 10, the third line. And this has some nice bass movement here. The E minor with the higher E in the bass on the fourth string, second fret. And so first measure 10, E minor, and then D in the bass, open fourth string, C, now D chord, then that E minor again, with your little finger on the third fret of the first string and then off, and then E minor over D, little finger back down, you're gonna, on the third fret of the first string, and then you're gonna slide glissando up to the fifth fret. This looks like that short F chord that I always use, but I'm actually, the bass note's the C. It is an F chord here. So I've got my little finger on the fifth fret of the first string, and my third finger on the fifth fret of the third string, and my first finger on the third fret of the fifth string. And then I go down in the interval of 6 here, broken 6. Bring my second finger, still holding that bass note on the C, put my second finger on the third fret of the first string, and my third finger comes down to the fourth fret of the third string. Then lift off the bass to open A, slide on your second finger down to the second fret, put your first finger on the second fret of the third string, and then open. And then you need a barred B7, sus4. First note you need there is just the off the bar. You put your third finger down on the fourth fret of the fourth string, and a little finger down on the fifth fret of the second string. Then slide your little finger down to the fourth fret. Then to a E minor, low E minor, your second finger on the second fret of the third string. You just slide that down to the at the start of that, that's measure 15. The E minor, your second finger is on the third fret of the first string. And slide it down to the second fret. Then an A, hammer on there, and then a D, measure 16. this piece is in 2/4 up till now, but he does have this one measure throws in that it has an extra beat, which is really nice. So that's measure 16. Hammer on the open 3rd string to the 2nd fret, and use your 1st finger with that, because you're using your 2nd finger to play the bass on the G. And then lift that hammer on off, and then the little finger plays the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You want to use your little finger there. It'd be easy to grab that with your 3rd finger, but your 3rd finger has to be ready to play the bass on the next chord, the C. Then go down C over B. And then A sus4. Then regular A. And the A sus2. Open 2nd string to the 2nd fret, then another hammer on to the 3rd fret, and up to the E, and you're ready to go back at the top. I like to make this a little louder here. Play it kind of freely and soft at the end. Just leave it hang like that. That's how I end it. That's all I have on that one. That's a $2 arrangement because it's under copyright, so I have the licensing agreement with OCP. I have to pay a royalty for that, so I have to charge for this one. But it's just one page. I squeezed it all on one page here, so it's just a $2 arrangement. That's all I have on that. I look for more arrangements on liturgicalguitarist.com. I pray God blesses your playing, and I wish you peace.